Alright, that's about all the music I can use before this video gets claimed, so royalty-free tracks it is.
Oh boy, it's pretty cold and snowy out here. Better get inside. In a cabin like the movie. This totally isn't a stupid gimmick just to get noticed on YouTube, where I have to do stupid bullshit like this just to get fucking noticed. Now that I'm inside, let's talk about a bunch of bullshit.
Quentin Tarantino has made movies. To get these two out of here, because Django Unchained was released on Christmas of 2012, but more commonly known as 4 days after the world was supposed to end.
Here's what to do. You will need a doomsday community, an apocalypse shelter.
Not only was Django a big box office success, critical success, and pleased at the Oscars, but it proved Tarantino could make a Western, and a pretty damn good one at that. Now flash forward 11 months later, where apparently Tarantino talked about his next film on the Jay Leno show. However, the video of this conversation that these articles all list have been taken down for some reason. Tarantino tells Jay Leno that,
"I had so much fun doing Django, and I love Westerns so much that after I taught myself how to make one, it's like, okay, now let me make another one now that I know what I'm doing."
So funny big head man had written the screenplay to be a sequel to Django Unchained, but decided it worked better as a standalone film. As Tarantino's looking at some nice human hooves, none other than Sam L. Jackson bursts into the room and very calmly lets Quentin know that the first draft of the Hateful Eight screenplay has been leaked. Available online for everyone to read in its entirety and for free. Tarantino is very upset. He tells Sam Jackson, as well as everyone willing to hear, that he will not be making the film. After all, how could audiences enjoy the film knowing that it's all an homage to John Carpenter's The Thing? The only difference being many more uses of the word nigger.
Ain't that a thing?
But despite the leaks, Tarantino revealed in April of 2014 that he would be making the film after all.
Welcome, Quentin Tarantino! I'm here to announce that the great Ennio Morricone will not only give an original score for the Hateful Eight that he's writing right now. We'll be recording in Prague in the next couple of weeks. But that will be his first Western score in 40 years.
It also has an original score by Ennio Morricone, who you may know from everything. He's one of the best composers who ever lived. He's very famous for his Good, the Bad, and the Ugly themes in his spaghetti western movies. Quentin Tarantino is famous for using music that's already existed in movies. Now there's a song on John Carpenter's The Thing soundtrack, also composed by Ennio Morricone. That song title was called Bestiality. Now that song, for whatever reason, is not in The Thing. Quentin Tarantino found that song and stuck it in Hateful Eight at two amazing sequences, and it was so cool to finally hear that song in a movie.
It can piss me off, and I think I want to voice it right now.
Please, the forum is yours.
Basically, and I'm not talking about the whole country, but I'm talking about one theater in particular.
You sound nervous about this.
Well, it's a big deal.
All right, go ahead.
I grew up in Los Angeles, so I think of the Cinerama Dome as a real big deal, and imagine seeing it at the Cinerama Dome.
Means something to you.
Exactly. As of yesterday, Disney came to the ArcLight people and said, no.
Wow.
You are going to play Star Wars in the Cinerama Dome for the entire holiday season. And if you don't, if you honor your deal with the Hateful Eight, we will not allow you to have Star Wars, the biggest movie in the world. We will not allow you to show it at any of your ArcLight movie theaters.
So in your mind, that's petty because they've got a big blockbuster on their hands.
They've got the biggest movie in the world. We're talking about one effing theater. They are going out of their way to f*** me.
You got 30 feet to get to that guy. Can you do it?
I have to.
Music time's over.
I loved it. It was everything I wanted it to be.
It's too long!
Besides the fact that this movie's too long, way too long,
The movie is still phenomenal.
He's one of the few people out there that can make a movie with nothing but dialogue. Some people say you can just put two dudes in a chair in a room and have Quentin Tarantino make the dialogue, and that should be a movie right there.
He should do that.
Yeah.
Well, he should.
The movie had a decently wide roadshow release where those attending the showing would receive this booklet with information about the film, as well as the showing being projected in 70mm with an overture and intermission, and all this old-timey stuff that Quentin loves exposing audiences to. Say what you want about his movies, but Tarantino really cares about the cinema experience, and I respect him for that. So how's the movie? I think it's pretty great. The score by Ennio Morricone is amazing. It's really nicely shot, and the sound design complements the visuals perfectly. All the acting is great, even though I think Tim Roth is a bit over the top. But Sam Jackson, Kurt Russell, and Jennifer Jason Leigh are fantastic. This is one of my favorite Tarantino movies, and that's not a very popular opinion. I just think Quentin's writing and tone fits perfectly with this story and setting. It's a perfect setup, and I was entertained the whole way through. And I wasn't really joking about the movie being a big homage to The Thing. There are a lot of similarities, the most obvious ones being that Kurt Russell's in the film, and it takes place in a cold, isolated location where characters are turned against each other. Tarantino even had the cast watch the film in preparation for filming, which pretty much confirms this. My only real issues with it are Tim Roth at points, like I said, and the slow motion near the end just took me out of the movie and made it kind of worse. It was definitely a strange stylistic choice. Also, this scene should have been reshot. I know it's funny that Kurt Russell destroyed the guitar without knowing how insanely valuable it is, but Jennifer Jason Leigh totally breaks character. Even watching it the first time not knowing the context, her reaction caught me off guard. Suddenly I saw her as a regular woman in 2015 instead of being this batshit crazy character that she plays so well.
Music time's over.
Other than that, this is one of my favorite westerns ever. I like it more than Django. I could see this being a classic in years to come. I mean, every movie Quentin Tarantino makes becomes a classic, so that might not be saying much. Some would even say Death Proof is a classic, so...
The Oscar goes to Ennio Morricone, the Hateful Eight, my brother, the Fratellino.